right, it's always a good way to start off a video. Never gets old. It's always a good feeling hopping inside of a car that just has a beautiful interior. Like the Gen 3 Coyotes, they have grown on me so much ever since day one of release, and it kind of goes hand in hand with today's video because you can tell by the title and thumbnail, we're going to be talking about the 2024 Mustang Dark Horse. I haven't really touched base on this topic or the car much on the channel just because it was really never in my line of sights, and some of the news that I've gotten within the last week, you know, there's a slight chance that we could be in a dark horse. But as I mentioned, the interior in this car, I am absolutely loving it. From the leather seats, digital dash, the big screen, got the carbon fiber overlay, the carbon fiber wheel, the A10, which, you know, getting a little boring. Overall though, absolutely love the interior, and if you guys want to go and transform your base model interior on so many different vehicles, you can actually go check out Kuston Interiors. They're a huge partner with the channel, and if you guys saw the video where we went ahead and converted my buddy Tim's EcoBoost interior from the base to a premium feel with the awesome red leather seat covers, those seat covers literally fit perfect, and you will not know unless you saw us install them. So take a quick second, go check out Kuston Interiors, see what they have for your vehicle. It's very, very well priced. I want to say you could transform your whole interior for like 500 bucks. But we're gonna jump straight into this video, guys. The 2024 Dark Horse Mustang, and this being a Gen 3, right off rip, you all know from the channel, I was not a fan of this car when it first dropped. I thought they were the most disgusting looking Mustangs that I've ever seen in my life. And you know, part of me still believes in that, no joke. Like, you have to do the car right in order for it to look good. When these straight up came out of the factory in a stock form, I to this day will say they are the most hideous looking things until, you know, you start adding your grills, your lips, you know, front end conversions like I did on this with the Mach 1. They did get the Mach 1 right, they got the GT 500 right, but for some reason the GT front end stock, I just can't do it. I mean, the PP, you know, 1 PP2 package is a little bit better, but still, I just feel like they could do such a better job just with the overall design of the look. So they released the Gen 3 Coyote. I wasn't a fan. I told myself I would never drive one, and I would specifically never have an automatic one. So to make this video right now and to go back on my word, it's kind of funny because I love this freaking thing. But you know, as far as the Gen 2 MT82, I was never really a fan of 6R80. I know they're great transmissions, but I love the Gen 2s. I thought they looked a lot better than the Gen 3s, you know, stock when they first released. And now we get to talk about the brand new S550 that is going to be dropping here very shortly, the 2024 Mustang GT S650. What you guys know, it is definitely packing a punch, so to speak, because they are trying to hit that 500 horsepower mark right out of the factory in a am I saying that right? Now I'm getting tongue twisted. Naturally aspirated setup, but there we go. I want to say between the Dark Horse and the GT made like 12 horsepower less than the Dark Horse, and pretty damn close in the same numbers when it comes to torque. And before I go any farther into, you know, talking about the Dark Horse, you're probably wondering why this video topic just so happenly, you know, pops up on my channel, because we're a little late to the party when discussing it, you know, looking over all the specs, the builds, blah, blah, blah. Like I said, I don't really cover stuff like that if I know that I'm not, you know, trying to get this vehicle. But I want to go and throw this out there, and everybody has to, you know, make sure you're buckled in, because this is something I didn't see coming. I had no intentions, no plans, and please take this with a grain of salt. This is just kind of a cloud, like image a cloud, just poof. You know, it's not raining yet, but it's there. Kind of a plan that, you know, set sail last week. I had gotten a DM from a subscriber of the channel, and, you know, he claims he's been looking for the exact car I have. Black, you know, fully optioned out, 10-speed for, you know, a good price. And he can't find any good ones around him. So he was just like, yo, if you ever, you know, sell Hades, I would want to grab it from you, essentially. So, you know, my first response was, honestly, dude, I have no intentions on selling this car. You know, no intentions. Like, I love this thing. I absolutely love it. I haven't really got to experience the full entire car. We haven't taken it to the track, full bolt-on E85 yet. But overall, love the car. Had no plans on selling it. Still don't really have a plan on selling it, but I'm not an idiot, because at the end of the day, money does talk. And I straight up told him that. I was like, look, I have no intentions on selling it, but you know, if you make me an offer I can't refuse, I can't freaking refuse it, man, because at the end of the day, this is just a 5.0. It's a fully optioned 5.0, you know, and I do want to go back on a video and correct myself, because I actually just looked recently, and I know I mentioned I paid $55,000 for this car, but I actually paid $45,000 after tax, titles, you know, the fees, whatever else they get you at with a dealership. It came out to $50,000. So it wasn't 55, it was 50, and I want to go on record and correct myself, because that plays a huge part in this whole ordeal. But going back to the discussion, I told him, you know, I'm not looking to sell whatsoever, but you know, money does talk, and it would hurt my soul if you did offer me something I couldn't really refuse. But you know, I'm not an idiot at the end of the day. You guys know me, I'm always down to level up. And if the time ever did come where, you know, I did sell this, we would be leveling up, unless, you know, something happened in life to where I have to level down, which is okay, because people go through stuff like that. Him and I, you know, we shot back and forth, discussed a little bit, and I threw him the price that I wanted for the car, and he essentially agreed to it, right off rip, you know. So right then and there, I was just kind of like, oh my God, like, am I really about to freaking go through this? I don't want to go through it, but I would be coming up on top. And not only am I coming up on top, but he's getting what he wants, because he wants a full bolt-on E85 10R80 car. And this one, in my opinion, is the perfect one. It really is. And this is exactly what he's looking for. So he gets to skip out on buying all the stuff, installing it all, you know, or paying somebody to install it. So it kind of works out. But, you know, when it comes to my side of things, it really works out for me, because I would have a really solid chunk of change after, you know, the loan payoff, like really solid, to throw on another car. And I just got the gears turning in my head, you know, one thing leads to another, and I instantly thought of a couple different cars, and one of them being the 2024 Dark Horse. And it is something that's doable. Now, is it something I want to do? Yes, but no, because, you know, with the Dark Horse, there are some, you know, there's some limitations, such as the tuning aspect. You know, for everybody that's out here buying the Dark Horses right off rip, for my understanding, everybody's going to be pretty much the same car. There is, you know, a couple companies I know working hand in hand with Ford to get like custom tunes, because, you know, they're locking out their ECU and everything like that. I don't know too much about this topic. I don't want to speak too much, because if I'm speaking incorrectly, then I'm going to look like an idiot. But from my knowledge, the cars are going to be completely untunable for the time being, which means everybody's going to kind of have the same ordeal. And this car, Hades, would absolutely smoke the newer one. So that's kind of like one of those things that I really don't know if I want to get into, because that's going to suck from a content perspective. Yeah, we'll be able to do the cosmetic stuff, but with wanting a Dark Horse, they already look so freaking good. That's why I don't want a GT. I want the Dark Horse for like the wing, the other appearance stuff, and it would definitely be a manual. I wouldn't go 10-speed Dark Horse. I would do a manual, because, you know, they're not coming with the MT82. I think it's the Tremec, right? I want to say it's a Tremec transmission, a lot better. So I did see one of Staying Mode's videos where he went over, like, you know, the build packages, the spec out and whatnot, and, you know, I kind of just jotted stuff down. I was like, okay, the car's this, you know, for the appearance package, it's that, for, you know, the Recaros, it's this, the Prio, whatever else, you know, I kind of wanted to replicate with this, the Smart Safe package. And, yeah, that's kind of where the second thing falls into place that kind of like is a turnoff, and that's going to be the price, guys. You know, we're going to be into the 70s for an NA Coyote, and that makes me want to puke. I mean, I know first things first, everybody's going to be like, oh, well, what about the Mach 1? Well, yeah, what about it? It's a Mach 1. The name's been out forever, and the frickin' car's tunable. You can actually mod the thing if you wanted. It's one thing buying a $70,000 NA Mustang and being able to put a blower on it, a turbo on it, and making all the power in the world, but it's also another thing, like this Camry, that's slow as fuck, and that's what the 2024 is going to be for quite some time, until, you know, those aftermarket companies get these partnerships or whatever the hell happens, if they unlock it, or, you know, I don't really know that side of the tuning stuff. $70,000 plus for a Mustang that is going to remain an A, and you don't really know what's going to happen. That's kind of a risk, and in my opinion, because $70,000 is a lot of freaking money, man. And I could think of a couple cars off the top of my head right now for 70 G's that, you know, I'd rather have. And hell, you spend an extra 10, you could damn near get a brand new 2020 GT500, you know. So it put that into perspective, like $70,000 for a 5.0. It's kind of, I don't know. I want to know your thoughts on that, though, guys. I really want to hear what you have to say about it. I don't know how I feel, and I don't know how I feel about this whole thing, because I don't want to sell the car, but like I said, money talks. You guys got to understand, you see every other YouTuber going through it, you know, literally, I don't have to name them, but everybody has to go through cars. But you know, the king of the channel will remain the king of the channel, because I have a deep love for this car, and that's Blucifer. So Blucifer's main priority. If this car would happen to, you know, disappear one day and something badass pops up in the driveway, don't be alarmed. I'm giving you the warning now, because you know how I roll, and I hope you can respect it. Like, I mean, you'd be an idiot not to take a crazy amount of money for a car, you know, that it's just, you guys get the idea, man. I don't really have to freaking write it out for you. At least I don't hope. Now that we got, you know, where I'm coming from with why I brought up the topic, let's talk a little bit more about the Dark Horse. The car itself, looking at this photo, looks freaking good in my opinion, man. It really does. I think Ford finally nailed this one on the head when it comes to a stock appearance. Now, granted, this is the Dark Horse, so kind of put it on the same spectrum as a Mach 1 comparing to a regular 5.0. The Mach 1 absolutely shits all over the look of a regular 5.0. So, you know, Ford knows how to design a car. Besides the carbon fiber wheels, my God, Ford, I do not know what the hell that was. I don't even know. I don't even want to, like, guess. I don't even want to talk about it anymore. I'm going to leave it at that. But shame on you, because if you would have made the Dark Horse wheels, or whatever the wheels these are, I want to say the Dark Horse wheels, those things look freaking sick. Those in carbon would have been a freaking game changer, man. But you guys, you screwed it. You screwed it up. Would be pretty cool to hop on the Dark Horse train, just because you guys know YouTube is a business at the end of the day, and I believe that car will, it's not even believing, I know how this works. That car will bring in, you know, some new viewers and whatnot. So I don't know. I want to hear your guys' thoughts on it. Do I maybe get one for like 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, and just thug it out and, you know, spend the 70 G's and just freaking get it, make content, milk as much as I can, see how I actually feel about it, drive it around a little bit, and then sell that thing? Or do I avoid the Dark Horse and just kind of let that ship sail on its own? You guys, you know, let me know what you want to see. I would definitely consider it. I'm actually talking to a Ford guy. Well, I'm not talking to him. My buddy Tyler has a connect with a family friend that owns a Ford, Bill Talley, I believe. So they're going to contact him. They're going to see what they can do for me price-wise for what I want. I don't want like the Magna Ride and stuff, so hopefully I'll save a little bit of change there, and I'll save with going, I believe the manual is cheaper than the 10R80. I know in these cars it is, but that is compared to an MT82. So I don't know. The Tremec might be a little more expensive. I could see how that is. So I don't know. We're gonna see what we can do figure wise, and if this whole thing with Hades does go through, like I said, don't be surprised. But you can't blame me, because I'm not gonna be an idiot and not get rid of a car for the next project, for the next like bigger upgrade. So we'll definitely replace it with something sick, that's for sure. And like I said, I got a few things on my mind. I'm not gonna speak on them too yet. It's too premature yet. One step at a time, but I wanted to bring this Dark Horse Mustang conversation to light, because I am thinking about it. I think it would be pretty cool. I just don't know about the price, man. The price and the whole thing that it's just like locked out and stuff. It's just, you know, it's a lot. It's a lot to take in, especially for $70,000. So that's where I'm at with the guys, and I just want to thank you all so much. If you know you're still here in the video watching, please drop a like up on this video, share this video with a friend that, you know, has an S550 or whatnot, and I want to hear your thoughts. If you have an S550, what are your thoughts? Because you guys are in the same position as me, as I would, you know, assume. That new S550 or S650, that new platform drops, everybody wants a bite of it, and including me. Even though I don't agree with a lot of stuff with it, I definitely want you know, a piece of it for content and to experience. And this Volkswagen, this guy thinks he's fast. Damn, brother. I want to hear what you have to say. Drop a comment down below. I'll read all the comments. I'll respond to all the comments. So, you know, feel free. Make sure you subscribe with the bell notification icon. If you want more talking videos like this on certain topics of cars or anything like that, I'm more than happy to just jump in the car and chop it up and, you know, talk about stuff. So let me know. And yo, let's hit that 200,000, guys. We're so close. If you're new to the channel, just please subscribe. Help my dreams come true. 200K. So if you'd help me make that happen, I greatly appreciate you. Y'all have a blessed rest of your day. Make sure you go check out Kuston Interiors, guys. If you have a car you love to modify and you want to spice up your interior and make it look absolutely baller, Kuston Interiors, links in the description, and make sure you use promo code DBPSQUAD for a percentage off all orders, and you can even share it with your friends. So go do that, and I will catch you guys Wednesday 8 p.m. Eastern time for another video. Y'all stay blessed. Peace.